Really?
Thoughts?
Okay, so Falcons are the biggest, like, number crunchers there are, I think.
Sure. So
Falcons
the numbers have been crunched here.
Yeah, so presumably there was some crunching, some chomping, and they decided that the numbers make sense. This is interesting because if Skitter's doing it, it's because of numbers.
Yeah.
He's a numbers guy.
Yeah.
So I'm
P bonus, but the cooldown 110 seconds down to 90 seconds. So that sort of boost of gold will mean that the item will pay off for itself a little quicker than it used to. Of course, does mean you're going to have this period of the game where you've spent 2,000 gold on an item that it just focused on getting you more money, which will be punished by XG. Top lane, FY, he's going to die. CX get the charge forward and the backup for nothing to say. To through crit. Try and turn to.
How does he see him? Heck, that was crazy. Bro has Spidey senses.
I won't be able to get anything more. So just a support trade.
Yeah.
See if nothing to say hangs around much up. It looks like Falcons are completely leaving this area.
And in the meantime, Mallory is farming it up, has the bots completed now. This bottle skip build on Vipers looked really strong.
There we go. This is going to be quite nice. Good if they can get it. We'll get off the Raptor. But after it, nothing else to play with here. Arme completely surrounded by Falcons. God.
That's a pretty bad death. That shouldn't happen. They both go missing from top lane. Where do you think they went? They most likely gated. He's pushed up super far. Just a lack of bombs or lack of map awareness. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but definitely not a death that should have happened.
They'll be able to finish off the tower. The rest of XG.
Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold
Exciting game to see how these build-ups work. You know, we're getting the Midas Tiny, the Battle Fury Cares, this different approach from nothing to say on the Void Spirit. Bottom lane of a Frostbite onto Arme. Again, getting interrupted. This by the start. We'll get the heal off here with a Raptor Dart. See if they can turn this around.
Oh boy.
That comes in. The Golem. Arme's still alive. The Shadow One heal him. He'll still die there though.
What killed him?
Skeeter's damage somehow. He must have threw a tree at him at the end. So Skeeter will make sure they get the kill, but this time it does cost Falcons the life of both their mid and their off lane. Maybe even more. I mean, if FY seeing if you can find something behind the towers, keeping a safe distance. So be the 2-for-1 and the chance, of course, for XG to push on with the Golem on this bottom lane.
Some great responses from XG, and it honestly comes down to how well they did in this top lane, getting that first blood, FY getting the gank off. Their supports are very high level, and XXS is top net worth. Bottom tower going down now. He's going to have that blink very soon. Huge plays from the supporting cast of XG.
I mean, honestly, just sort of the fact that Arme was able to live as long as he did here. Couldn't initially get the cast animation of the Raptor Dance done. The second one goes off, gives him that sustain to live that little bit longer and buys more than enough time for XG to really turn up, get in a position.
Oh, there's the tree.
And here it comes, that final tree, or in this case, like a tower, being just thrown at Arme. So they at least get that. If that didn't come into play, that would have been very rough for Falcons. I mean, as it was, it still was rough. They lose the fight, they lose themselves, they lose the tower. XG, I keep this sort of early sort of lead growing here as they go for the smoke with the three of them. I mean, because I got to imagine, right? If you're XG, I want to see Arme top, and Falcons also trying to make a move on towards him, but looks like he knows something's up. He's out of there.
No vision on that, so just Spidey senses.
Because the read from XG now that you've seen this Tiny, he's gone the Midas. Do you want to try and punish this?
I think little. Probably this Tiny is definitely not very strong in fights. Viper appears to be taking a page out of Laurel's book and going for the Crimson Guard. It looks like he's got a Ring of Health, so you would think so.
Yep.
Yeah, he is going for the Crimson. Oh, they're not very strong right now, but they will be eventually, as now they've got 2 Aura Buyers. I think this is a bit different than the game Spirit did it, because they had sort of this carry in the off lane, whereas this game Centaur is Aura Boy, and now you've got Viper who's going Aura Boy mode with a Tiny, a hero that doesn't typically a Giga Scaler, and he's against a Shadow Demon, he's against a Primal Warlock, some of these anti-carry heroes in some ways, so we'll see if this pans out the same way it did Spirit.
Yes, because that's definitely the angle they're going for, right? They want to make this Tiny the Giga carry with this Midas going into the late portions of the game. Let's see if it works out. It's going to be a fun approach here from Falcons, doing something a little bit different here, just putting all their sort of eggs in the basket of this late game scaling Tiny carry. See if they can get there, or if XG is going to be able to punish it. Progress for XG's cause. What do we got? Arme pretty much has the Battle Fury done, and has nothing to say looking. He is just 100 gold away from the Witchblade, and indeed it's going to be this Witchblade into E-Blade build, which you say that there's definitely been people testing this, and there's been a lot of potential if you can get this online fast.
Yeah, it depends a lot on the speed. Get it out. Void Spirit, famously a very low damage hero, so you need to stay on top of those items. Void Spirit, these downtimes, these slow bits are not that good for him. He's not a hero that farms very fast. It's not 15 minutes yet, so he has no shard. And even if he did, only 1 point in the queue, so his sort of idle farming with the shard is not going to be that fast, and this hero will have a tendency to fall behind and be the lowest net worth core if you're not killing people.
And do you think this game, well, is it something about the draft that sort of said to Arme that he wants to go the Battle Fury route rather than the Deso route that we've seen from other safe lane Kezes, or is this very much just an Arme playstyle thing?
I think it's a lot of it's an Arme playstyle thing. I think he just doesn't want to have to make moves.
Yeah.
Arme makes moves sometimes if he feels it's right, but I think having that pressure to make moves, certain players like Arme, 33, these late game oriented players, they can do it sometimes, but don't want to have to. That pressure can play worse, I think, and so Arme definitely falls into that category.
Speed up. Farm's going to continue very nicely. Of course, 15 minutes is hit, and immediately spends up for the shard. So he's got the shard, the Midas. It's the farming Tiny dream now at this point. We should start to see him really sort of rise up there at the ranks of the net worth. It's going to be an interesting sort of contest between him and the Arme Kez Battle Fury. See, now bottom, they're going to get the connection. They've got a lot of burst, a lot of damage. You'll try and jump away here, but it's surely too much to survive through. As
Nothing is, don't call me Shirley.
Oh, I tell you what, he's still living throughout this all. Is he going to get away?
No
He's got
way.
the simulator. He'll step back up. I think he's fine now.
Just went down.
The arrow.
Oh, that would be huge. Oh my goodness, it hits. It
Dyer's
hit him. Doesn't matter though. Another dissimilate. But that's what his
Amar's on his tail.
done, and
Oh
that
my
arrow does the job.
gosh.
Snake King. See, it's moments like this that's why he always tells the boys, hey, let me play the Mirana. He loves the Mirana, and it's the moments like that. Okay, not the moments like this though, as he gets grabbed here by XXS. So they'll definitely try and take him down. But I tell you what, okay,
He's fine.
He's just baiting them, kiting them. He's got the backup. Arrow, this one won't hit, but yeah. Those are the kind of arrows that the Mirana players dream of.
Man, there's a reason Snake King's full name is Jingjon Legolas Wu.
Yeah.
As knives from afar. That was crazy.
Very, very impressive. Now online as well here for
middle
Falcons,
tower is under attack.
or is it coming together? I think going to make it a little harder for XG to fight into them, but honestly, it does seem that XG are kind of playing a similar pace to what Falcons are playing, because they have, you know, this Arme Battle Fury Kez. He wants to be hitting the creeps, wants to be farming it up. So we really could see this game set up to be a pretty exciting kind of, you know, Kez versus Tiny in the late game. Who's going to be the stronger carry?
I think in that matchup, it should be the Kez. Tiny, not a hero that buys many of these spells. He's not a big kiter. He's a commit and hit sort of hero. Playing in chat, playing in Kez, I think there's potential for them to just keep this rock alive.
Falcons are going to go for a little bit of smoke.
Not much good's happening to Radiant.
They have the auras online. You compare the two drafts, that is one huge difference is Extreme have no aura fires. They've got farmers, they've got sort of isolated individual cores. They may be move makers or fighters, but they are not aura buyers. Falcons, they've got a Crimson and a Pipe completed already, so team fighting them, I don't know if it's even close to possible for XG.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, what sort of leads a team towards going that approach where they just do indeed not capitalize on auras at all? You know, what sort of has to be seen in the draft for a team to go that sort of direction?
To be honest, there's not that many heroes that can buy the auras that easily. right? Centaur, you heard Collapse talk about his interview yesterday, but he thinks Centaur is good because he can buy auras. Not every hero has that luxury that it fits their item build.
Nothing to say. Tries to in here. Does have backup of FY and Arme. They might be able to make a fight out of this one, XG. As Amar has to start stepping back.
Auras.
I mean, indeed, the Falcons just able to pop the auras and back away very safely. Won't kill anyone on XG, but definitely won't be losing any heroes themselves when they're set up in this sort of formation at the moment, Falcons.
They need to keep the farm up because they don't have the damage to cut through these heroes right now. One downside of the auras is they don't really give you much kill threat. When you're buying auras on multiple heroes and your carry is a farmer, Falcon's ability to hunt down and kill you is very low. But their blobbing ability, objectives, fight for a Tormentor, that is very strong. So if you're XG, you got to take advantage of that. Split the map, farm these lanes, get stuck. And Falcons, they're not really going to be able to punish you right now until they have more items online. Blink on Tiny, blink on Centaur. Then suddenly the map becomes a little bit scary. But for now, it's not that easy. Catch Extreme, so they can continue to farm up and try to reach a later timing.
Falcon's going to go for another attempt here. Try and set up a team fight situation. Mars looking for the wraparound.
How is he there?
Not going to be able to set up to that, though. XG, likely aware that this sort of play is coming in. At the least, Falcons, they can set up for the Tormentor.
Yeah, that Tormentor's gone.
Do you want to fight if you're XG?
No, I think fighting it, I mean, please don't fight it, I think.
They're going for it, Quinn. You think this, you know, if you were to look into the future, what would you see?
I would see a 5k gold lead.
Oh my goodness.
For Falcons. I don't see how they can win this fight.
Gonna try. Oh, the Torment is already going down. So they're definitely not going to be able to stop the Tormentor going down. Now the question is, do they still want to try and fight into this? It looks like they're kind of trying to do so. At the side, Crit's going to lay down the ultimate. It's a very split fight. Arme will be able to jump in and get the kill here against Snake with the help of XXS. Raptor Dance coming up well, but again, these auras are giving them pretty good protection on Falcons. Arme trying to burst through. Tell you what, he's kind of getting away with it, but Skeeter gets a big avalanche up onto the three of them. It doesn't matter though. Skeeter's still dying. Ticking out.
Wow.
They make it work.
They do. The fight was so split. I honestly think the execution there from Falcons was not quite on the ball, but XG having a specific read about how to take this fight. They attacked multiple targets at once. They sort of concaved on Falcons a little bit, coming from all sides. As you can see, Ame runs around from the back and attacks those heroes. Nothing to say, distract Crystal Maiden. They're very much going on everyone all over the place.
Yeah, no, honestly, even though Ame dies at the end, he absolutely did his job, like just progression and get towards these backlines. It took a bit of time for Amar to get back over in range of Marin and to buff the pipe and the Crimson. And of course, at the end, this avalanche catches Ame, does kill him, but he ends up doing about 3,500 damage in this fight. A lot's being done there by the Kez.
I'm impressed. I thought the fight was going to go terribly. Into the two auras.
Yeah. But it's a pretty bold move from XG, right, to make that call. Say, hey, those auras might be online, but we can play them in the team fight.
And I think it's a really good sign for XG that they, because the obvious easy call there is, yo, they have auras, we don't. Farm our items, don't fight. Right? That's the call that most teams would make. XG says, no, we cannot play you. We think we're stronger than you think we are.
Yeah.
And they prove it.
Absolutely. We'll see back in who's stopped into the we'll see XG back up at the ground, but already Nutty is gone. Get ready to fight back though, and now Skeeter at the front of the fight just gets grappled by XXS. Now left below, also to fall. 3 Falcon snaking, barely surviving. He'll back off. Again, it's another one of these fights where XG, they're only losing one hero. Kind of get 2 in return each and every time. And with Skeeter dying there, it's always good up.
It really will. I think this is not boding well for Falcons.
You got to imagine, you've got Midas Tiny, and he's in the bottom 2 net worth of the cores.
And he has bad core matchups. This is not a good core Tiny game. He will not Giga carry. They may have itemized in that way, but can only do so much for a hero that is super countered by enemy lineup. XXS and his Primal has been owning these fights. And I think it looks really good for XG right now. On the BKB for Ame, once he has that, there's no way he's dying in these team fights.
I mean, pre-BKB is already getting a lot done in these team fights. This is doing a lot of damage.
Yes.
Even with the auras kind of online, you know, a lot of ways to kind of cut through that with the overwhelming amount that Kez can do when he gets to press all his spells. It's been looking solid in these fights.
Nothing to say. The current big loser is, you know, not super unexpected. The hero just doesn't farm. You're always going to lowest net worth if you're not killing people nonstop. So, unsurprising, but he will get to that E-Blade eventually, and his job is not to be the Giga carry.
No. The XXS getting a good grab here. I mean, King's dead, and elsewhere, Arme's off crit. Supports of Falcons starting to falter a little bit. And I imagine this is one of those stages of the game where, like, how difficult does it become for the CM position 4 to stay relevant in a game that's starting to crumble like this?
Pretty difficult. You're playing against multiple heroes that insta-kill you.
The jump on X-Nova. So Falcons also finding some support pickoffs, but reaction is going to come in here from XG. Armek the setup. Into the Remnant here from Nothing to Say. They're going to quickly burst through them all.
Man, these cores from XG have been combining so much this game, and it's looked good every time. Not afraid to bring the numbers to these fights. Falcons, I think traditionally a team you would think of as much faster, much more aggressive, more punishing team than XG, but they've said, not today. We'll be fighting back and you will not be running us over.
No, absolutely. Especially when they play with this sort of itemization, right? They get early auras between the mid and the offlaner, getting this bot. Obviously, they're close to a big sort of step up in potential in the team fights now. It's actually out there, so they've got the Ags on Maureen. So definitely an extra thing that could be the difference maker when XG do try and fight back into the team fight of Falcons. And we'll see, because at the moment, as it goes with the kills, because the XG just getting so much more out of the trades, 16-8 right now. Obviously, gold difference stays very close. Falcons win the 3 cores, stay able to farm that little bit better relatively, because of the fact that there is a Void Spirit on the other side that does not have the greatest time, as you mentioned, hitting the creeps.
Viper Ags, though, it's all about the attack speed, and Falcons are not dying to right clicks, really. They're dying a little bit to Ame, but he'll have the BKB. He has the BKB now, so his speed slow is not a problem for him, and everything else is magic damage. So I don't know if this Ags will really change the dynamics in the fights that much.
Sure. And I guess the question is, when does the carry Tiny become scary in these fights? Like, how much more does Skeeter need to have to be at the point where he can turn up and truly threaten the cause of XG?
It's a while. I don't think he, on his own, is going to do that much. He's sort of a helper for his teammates. He avatars, there's an arrow, there's CM follow-up. They kill one guy. They need to play off these combos, because Tiny just sitting, trying to straight DPS, not going to work against these heroes. You're going to need to burst them out in a long fight, because you just don't have the damage to kill these XG heroes. Now, with the BKBs online, an entire AG on XXS, so that resistance path Viper, that's going to get broken. He's look a lot stronger than you expect him to.
Roshan gone, Arme with the Aegis ready for the next fight.
With vacation on the line, XG can feel the summer breeze. The Bahamas are calling.
See what they can do. You got to imagine, though, Falcons, you know, again on the gold, it's pretty much dead even. They're still managing the team to get as much out of the map as XG. Even though that the gold doesn't sort of show really any sort of major lead for XG, it still very much is there for them.
I do think they're in a better position, even with an even gold lead. Just because Falcons heroes, they're not big damage players. All 3 cores, they're these tanky helper sort of blob guys, and you're playing in some serious DPS from XG. Warlock, hero that amplifies people, disseminate. It's a lot of tools. Oh, so close. Oh my goodness.
Maybe this is sort of the grand plan from Falcons. You know, crit the draft, he said, boys, you ain't gonna cap. I gotta be the CM. I'm gonna buy a Blink, a BKB, an Aghanim's. I'm gonna press Freezing Field, get a Rampage, and win the game.
I would love if that were the case. It's been a long time since I've seen the CM press ult and everyone dies.
That's Crit's plan here. these guys ain't carrying me. I've got to do it on the CM4. Let's see if he gets to that point. He's trying to, of course. BKB is indeed queued up next, and if you blink BKB, you're going to be getting yags after that one. So we'll see if he can do it, Crit. Can he carry this as the CM?
Why doesn't this spell give armor anymore? Why did they remove that? Like, this hero isn't even good. Why did they take away the armor on the ult? He's going to pop ult and get insta-killed by K in 0.1 seconds, even with BKB. Like, what the heck, Valve?
Here comes the push from XG. They're ready to keep putting this pressure with this Aegis on Arme. They take out the mid-tier 2.
There's a butterfly on the horizon, too. Tiny, he's got the Daedalus queued up. MKB, it's pretty horrendous on Tiny. You don't want to buy it. Butterfly, as good against Tiny as it is against Ursa, messes with their 6th slot. There's a lot of items you need, and obviously a hero that's hitting for 450 base damage, one crit on top of that. It just makes sense. Buying magic damage on a hero that has that much base damage, it just doesn't fit his inventory. You don't want it. So Ame is going to force him into an uncomfortable position with this purchase.
Maybe here. Viper. Marine. Stand a bit of a better chance to survive fights. Not necessarily, though, if this Ket gets on top of him, Arme. He'll hit him pretty hard. Here's the push. Bottom lane, tier 2. Again, Falcons, they do not want to be turning up.
This hero pushes so fast. It's crazy. He just double hits every hit, and he's solared, and attack speed and the 20 talent. He's going hog wild.
30 minutes. The Tormentor again here, but this time round, XG will be in. They'll be in the area in time to ensure that no sort of chance setup's going to be there for Falcons. And Pudge going to start playing around with snaking. Couple of leaks. Not going to save him.
Oh, he didn't even use his E-Blade. Show us the E-Blade. Show us what you got. They get the kill anyway, and they're going to get the Tormentor very easily. The shoe's on the other foot.
I mean, they found a chance to get the jump on him success whilst he's out on his own. What the BKB? Can he play his way out of this? He's going to try for the TP, but the damage is too much. So Falcons, quite an opportunity there. Big kill to find. That is the first time that XXS has died this game. Skidder getting the kill there as well. So a fair bit of gold going over towards to carry Tiny.
Bit of a lapse in concentration, I think, the way he died, just farming the mid wave up super disrespectfully in Falcon's area. It's not the kind of death you want to see. It's not like Falcons made a move. He just kind of appeared in their midst, and they were like, okay, yeah, we'll take the kill. A rare mistake.
As we saw pointed out there by our observer, yeah, he used the Grimoire, had 13 stacks on it, so he put a nice level boost, 15 to 17 there.
My goodness.
Yeah.
He's almost level 18. The Golem does get a lot stronger. The HP region and the armor especially.
Oh, Skeeter. He wanted to finish off the tower. He has got backup coming in here, Skeeter. The E-Blade. Let's see what they can do. Jump in. Good who's from a mark. He's on 2 of them, but the Golem's going to be dropped. Maureen going on towards X-Nova. Nova's already got his spells off. He's done his job. Skeeter though back in. Bursting. Nothing to stay down low. Dissimulate. But Mahi reads him like a book. He's ready with the Who Stomp as soon as he comes out of the Dissimulate. They get the 2 of them. Falcons pulling up nice moves there. Good bait, having Skeeter at the front and just having the rest of the team connect him from the side. Definitely, they fell for the bait there, XG.
They did, and kind of chain feeding a little bit here. Give away some kills back to back. I believe NTS had the gem as well, so feeding that away always hurts. It's a pretty big gold swing. Falcons all hitting for the tank ability. Mallory in the BKB into the Shiva's next. Amara's got the look. Now he's going for the heart. They're saying we may not kill you fast, but we're going to make sure we don't die fast, and we're going to last so long in these fights. You just run out of damage too.
Yeah, nice. This game has been quite the treat so far. Just one of these games where it's staying so close. Both teams with very different approaches, and not just to one another, but different to what we've been seeing in some of the other games. With the dynamic that they have with their carries this time round. See who it pays off for the most. Both absolutely with a chance to close this up.
I won't lie, this Void Spirit does not look very good this game. He did pretty well in the early game, but in these fights, he's always dying. Lowest net worth core. It hasn't looked like your last pick. You know, you want that hero to have some oomph to it generally, and he has not had much oomph.
Oh,
allies disappear.
to bail them out there with Moonlight, but already XXS in with the grab. Pretty gone. Getting very close to having BKB done. Just about 600 gold off that recipe. Skeeter's next time finished up, the Daedalus. Of course, still very much keeping eyes on him to see what he goes for next after the Daedalus. Looks like he just wants to finish off the Harpoon, keep his sort of stay slot efficient here as he's got everything filled up right now. The smoke. They catch Mary alone, they'll certainly take that.
Yeah, BKB cancel, he's dead.
Blade burst, it's a lot of damage, and there's nobody coming to help him. So Marine out of the game for 80 seconds. Coming up close as well towards where we're going to see the Roshan come into play. And yeah, as we can see, with that full E-Blade combo, despite the fact that he is bottom net worth, he can still offer up a lot of burst damage when he gets these sort of situations where there's there to stop him and he can just drop the full combo.
Definitely more damage than they expect.
See, Falcons, they've got to be a bit careful. They did just bleed one of the big kills.
As you will it.
They don't want to lose another core. And Amar, yeah, he's going to get completely out of this area. Goes for the TP out. They do not want to get caught by this. In this game, sits at such a point. Excess big items continue to fly out for him. Refresh up online.
It's the for Ame too. These are huge purchases. Primal Beast in these later stages of the game is an absolute menace. Doesn't even have the long grab yet. Just the 2 normal grabs, 2 BKB, 2 triples, even 2 rocks. You accumulate this massive AoE with the slams. It stacks up, so you get 6 stacks, and when you throw a rock, it's going to hit the whole screen.
My goodness.
It's an asteroid. This is a dinosaur, kind of, so wiping out his own species.
These fights are going to be crazy. And Gita's still deciding where he wants to go next. First had the Harpoon upgrade of the Echo queued up. Now he's kind of queuing up the Lincolns. I mean, where does he need to go? And does he indeed need this Lincolns? Does he have to get this extra defensive item to be able to play these fights?
Very good against Shadow Demon. Very good against Primal. I can definitely see the rationale. It makes sense. There's not that many easy ways for XG to break it. They have some ways, though. Kez can throw his little dart thing. I don't know what it's called. Spirit can E-blade him. So there's some things. But those spells are definitely big problems for Tiny. And against Primal in general, stacking Lincoln Spheres is rarely a bad option. It's a huge part of this hero's impact in the later stages. Lotus's Lincolns finding a lot of his combo insights.
Smoke time from Falcons. They want to look for this fight. They're coming up to the moment where Roshan is close to respawning. See if they can bring it together. Team Mars try for the opening. The Houston backup comes in. They can play their way out of this one. A defensive disruption bites. Just had a chance to fight back. They've got the remnant for the Skeeter. Skeeter will get the BKB off. But Arme in on top of the Mame will get tossed up into the now, but he's still in onto the Tiny. 10 Skeeter apart. Arme still full HP. Marine up on the cliff, but Arme's ready to jump up and look to finish him off as well as Marine surrounded by XG. Jump forward for nothing to say. Cat crit on the back lines. I mean, I can't help but feel that in these team fights, two teams similar net worth, there's just such a huge difference in what Arme can do on the Kez as opposed to Skeeter on the Tiny.
This hero, we've seen it quite a bit this tournament. We have not seen it on carry, and I'll be honest, I think there's a reason for it. They picked it in this game, into Warlock, into Shadow Demon. The Kez, they knew it would be a bad Tiny game as more the game passed, but they decided, no, we think we can snowball. We want it for the early game. We want it for the stun in our draft. It is not looked very good at all. And off that team fight, they may lose a lot of buildings here. This Kez hero pushes very fast.
Oh, it really does, yeah. Arme absolutely destroy the Falcons here. What can they do to stop? Definitely going to be one set of barracks. Like even more here if XG want to stick around.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Certainly feel like it's just a real testament to the sort of the strategy for this game. It's not worked out so far because of the fact that they can't sort of look back and say, well, we got out-armed at the beginning, we didn't have the money. They did. You know, it's pretty much level in net worth this entire game, but just such different in the outcomes of these team fights.
Does does feel like they got out-strategized by, actually, to be honest. They even got the jump, right? They were the ones who started the fight. They said, we think this is a good opportunity, and it was not an opportunity. It feels difficult.
They just can't deal with this Kez
They really
at
can't.
all.
Primal Beast as well from XXX had an amazing game.
And Falcons, they're going to try again for a fight in this position.
DD on Tiny, hits for 900.
All right, if Skeeter can get the initial burst, it'll be big. He's in with the... See him return, though. XXS has got the grab onto him. Pick him up in the car. Oh, trying to bail him out of this one. Can jump him after this. He's in the middle. Maori's trying to go for Ed, but Arme, he's just fighting back. Skeeter will back the combo. Can he finish Arme off? No, he cannot, and Arme's just going to keep running towards him. Skeeter's got to back away. XXS charges forward. Skeeter turns once more, trying to do the damage, but Arme in onto Maori. The Remnant grabs there from nothing to say as Maori will fall. Arme moves over towards Skeeter. The Tiny is once again, and Arme basically untouched, full HP. They've got nothing against the Kez right now.
Bird warfare. And the Falcons, their wings have been clipped. Maori, no buyback, straight up to the base. He gets on Ame. How can you stop this bird?
Really feels like, no, Ame ready to clean up the base. Falcons, they got one more fight in them. Already at the side, Arme. On a hunt here. Let's get caught by the Remnant. I mean, Arme, he's ready to go in, especially with XS leading the way. Finds Crit here in the tree line. Has Crit gone? Amar on the run. Arme, he's diving the fountain. Another Remnant grab onto Amar. He'll get the hoof stomp off and the stampede. He'll live for now, but yeah, this game's over. They tap out. They know that there's no way to swing this one back in their favor. XG take game one. Falcons, it's a different approach. It was exciting to sort of see at the beginning, but as you were sort of saying, this whole game, even though it's basically equal on the net worth, it really just didn't matter. The tools that Falcons had could do nothing against
เครื่องมืออ้อได้ช่วยพาระบายยิงแมนหรืออ้อ
Radiant team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to ban.
We are in an elimination series. We have only elimination series today. It's the first one of the day. It's Extreme versus Falcons in game 1. Taken by Extreme Gaming. Falcons not showing up too much. We're going to find out if, you know, they have the first game issue or if it's just a bigger issue, as they did talk about, well, snaking. This is snaking's word. He says that they were trending downwards. Was that about how he said it?
No, he said that for the group stage, but he feels like they're now getting back into shape.
Yeah, but it's not looking like it.
I just think you cannot pick Crystal Maiden. I don't know if I'm like too locked in on this one hero, but I just feel like if you pick CM, you are forfeiting the game.
Especially when you're putting crit on Crystal Maiden.
And it was an overall, gotcha! Overall, last pick Crystal Maiden.
It was Crystal Maiden.
I mean, I feel like crit can play anything. You can put him on any hero. It's going to be fine.
Sure.
But give him a hero that provides him with the tools necessary to make things happen.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, of course he can play it, but like, do you really want him to?
Yeah.
Like, Crit is such a skill player. I feel like he is the guy that often makes a lot of the plays in a game for Falcons.
Remaining.
So you want him on a hero that has more options to do that than a Crystal Maiden.
The oven is ready.
Whereas, you know, even putting Snake King on Crystal Maiden, he just wants, like you said, to play for items.
Yep.
Like, maybe that makes a lot more sense. It's why he has played it for a long time, when it was good on the patch.
For sure. And I feel like also touching on snaking, he...
Wait a sec. By the way.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, he's so tempted to make a joke. He's so tempted.
You guys need to see Lacoste's face
my
right now.
mic.
He's like struggling to keep it shut.
And see if you're happy with
Yeah, I'll look check this.
Go check if you like the thickness, James.
Oh my god, that is unbelievably thick. I don't even know how that fit in there.
Who paid for it, Jenkins? Who paid for the creation of the wall?
I'm not okay, dude.
Should we leave it in?
10 seconds
Is
remaining.
it ever a good choice?
I don't. That's like
Lacoste, any jokes?
You want to see me fired? Like, what did I do to you? Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know. I think it's too warm in there. It's cooking.
Problem is, I need to get it out of the system. Otherwise, I can't. Like, I need to say it. Otherwise, I can't focus another thing. I can.
Go ahead. Just drop it. That's what she said. Get it over.
Yeah, there we go. We can continue now.
5 seconds left. Victory's up.
Lacoste was dying on the couch. I don't think they showed him on camera, but he was trying so hard not to say something.
He's all red.
It's getting really hot in here. It's from the oven.
Oh my god.
Ursula,
Read it in.
Yeah, I mean, Ursula was banned last time, and I think it created a lot of issues for them. I think they probably felt like a lot of the heroes that were good last game were good because there was no Ursa to answer them.
I have a good hero for Falcons. Crystal Maiden this time. Put it in the lane.
Falcon's Primal Beast. It's a hero that he doesn't like to play into. Synergize as well with Ursa, but there are other better heroes in the game, so probably not.
Aiden, bend
Nobody
over.
hate on CM.
You're getting old.
All right, it's time.
Not on camera.
God bless.
I had a glove. I was doing the doctor glove.
Oh, good. We get to look at Ame
prostate joke.
If something says it has to be in the oven for 4 to 6 minutes,
Dire
what
team's
happens
turn
if you
to
leave it
pick.
in for
Radiant
8
team's
minutes?
turn
In the
to
oven
pick.
as if it is a cookie. I'm trying
I
to
think you're
cover all
good.
the
I don't know.
things.
I think you're good because it's too thick to only last for
Well,
5
if you
to 6
keep
minutes.
opening the door, the temperature is not going to be there. So 4 to 6 minutes, 8 minutes is probably fine now. If you keep checking.
It's getting darker.
Seconds remaining.
I would go to a doctor.
Seconds remaining.
Darker. Cookie in this oven is getting darker.
Yeah.
Shall I take the cookie?
Take the cookie out.
Out
Take
the oven.
yeah, take.
Insanium, I just suggested something. It did happen.
It's good.
It's good this time. You like it more because of the
Okay,
Ursa?
I feel like CM into Primal, you're good until Primal's level 15.
Yeah.
Once he's level 15, you are once again returned to not a hero state.
Do we have a second pan?
No, but I will.
Yeah, even before
Well,
15, you're gonna have this item called BKB. So
Okay,
he's
I'm
not
not
gonna.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the thing is, Dispels and Dota are just way too good.
Yeah.
And CM, like, so everybody will buy Dispels whether CM
No, because it's
exists or not.
you're gonna break
So she
it.
doesn't
No,
really
I
create that many
No,
inconveniences.
put it over here. Put it over here. On the.
Unless you're picking her against heroes that specifically don't want to buy Dispels. Like some Storm, Ember, whatever. They don't want to buy like Mantas. Then the
10
hero has
seconds
like quite good
remaining.
value. What I will say, CM Ursa, very
5
strong lane.
seconds
And these
remaining.
two heroes synergize quite well in the game as well. They can play off of each other quite nicely. So I do like this kind of CM.
Wait more.
Oh.
I want this CM. The reason why I suggested it, it's because I do like this maiden as a 5. Like I want.
5,
I
yeah.
want this
Both, I
maiden
think we
in a lane
Agreed.
against Primal Beast so that he can't use his trample.
Yeah.
The extra slow kill threat with Ursa in the lane.
Dire
Definitely
team's turn to
punishable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to keep you all.
And I also say how much. So you guys can't see it at home, but we have a TV that literally only shows Ame to us. And I am so
The Ame
thankful.
cam.
I am so thankful to production. I have never seen Ame on my screen for this long, and I'm just appreciating it.
Yeah, you can't spell camera without
10
Ame.
seconds remaining.
True. Good point.
How does your brain
Good
work
point.
like
Good point.
5
Yeah.
seconds
No,
remaining.
no, nice. Good point. Good point.
It's not Ame anymore. Peter instead.
Can't spell Malrine without camera. Or without Ame. You can't spell Malrine without Ame.
It's too much now.
Good point.
Too far. And keep
Yeah.
it up.
You can't spell Amar's full name without Ame either.
Okay.
Ame or
Like his full name.
yeah, Ame or
Dire team's
No,
turn.
but like Amar.
Are we happier with this Crystal Maiden now that it's a 5, or you're still?
Yeah,
think
we
they're
did.
lost?
You were focused on the oven there.
Yeah,
It's
we
in the oven.
already.
people that
Good.
are happy. They're done listening to stuff about CM.
Great. How do we feel about Extreme Gaming's first 3 then?
I like Falcons more.
10
right
seconds
now.
remaining.
I feel like this first pick Ursa has like not been.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't feel like I can see anything that's gonna make him be very sad yet. That's quite surprising because usually when you see a hero, you kind of want to answer it. You want to respond with something of a similar, like of a hero that is in the position that responds to it. If that
Carry.
makes sense. So yeah, if you see a carry, you usually want to pick an offlaner. You see an offlaner, you want to pick a
would
carry.
you say that's a very blitz
Radiant team's turn
way
to
of
pick.
thinking about the game?
I
I feel like
think it's a general kind of like. I think drafting has like some
Radiant
simple
team's turn
rules
to
that
bat.
everybody follows, and then
Yeah.
sometimes you deviate from them
Uh-huh.
for XY reason. Like
Holy moly. They picked Kez into Ursa.
that's not good.
That's no good. As Mars would say, that's no good. Not really the biggest fan of it. I feel this has to be
10 seconds
the
remaining.
worst matchup when it comes to carry matchup.
Dire
You just
team ban.
can't come back into the fight unless you're the one who's initiating onto Ursa with some Primal Beast ulti, Deadshot into silence, maybe Ringmaster ulti. If you can lock him down from 100 to 0, there is a bit of a save coming out from Tusk. Not the easiest matchup to play when you're playing into Muerta. Like if you get clipped by, if he places
10 seconds
calling right on
remaining.
top of Ursa, even if you blink in, you can still snowball save him.
5
Snowball
seconds remaining.
Pickup radius.
pickup radius, that's the one. Thank you, Jenkins. Has also been nerfed by
Radiant team's
5 or
turn to
50.
ban.
Yeah.
25, I believe.
25, yeah.
It's unplayable now. You can't save anyone anymore. Nerfed to the ground.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Not a good hero anymore.
Unplayable.
Great synergy with Mars and lane. I feel like that can definitely punish
Dire
Kez.
team's
What
turn
do we
to
think?
ban.
Kez plus Ringmaster as the safe line?
I think Ex-Nova would be
Muerta.
more likely to play Ring than Muerta.
Yeah, so I do feel like you can punish a Ringmaster for sure. Unless he has the fart bag, then he can jump out of the ice.
You also have
10
like
seconds
the
remaining.
box is like surprisingly decent against Tusk because you can't hit someone
5
that's
seconds
boxed. So
remaining.
half the like tag team duration can get messed with. That way you
You
can
think
whip
he'll
him
go
away.
early box then?
Probably not, but it's like decent against Tusk,
Uh-huh.
like for down the line potentially too.
He's moving as if he's also hearing the music.
Yeah, Whip does the same thing. Like because you're playing against two melees. They pop the tag team. You just push them back, so it's quite effective.
But I feel like for Falcons, a lot nicer than the last draft, right? You have
Yeah.
Crit on Tusk. Snake King's now playing the Maiden. Crit was quite farmed on the Maiden. I think he was with the
Radiant
shard. You
team's
can push
turn
out
to
waves
pick.
quite easily. So I think Snake's gonna now take over that role a bit more. Crit more on the temple. We have an Amar, Mars, Skeeter, Ursa. I feel like is like a hero for him. It
Dire
scales,
team's turn to pick.
but it can also be active. And Malrine gets to like last pick of the draft. Pick his own hero here. Traditionally, I think against Ember, you always look for Monkey King, Huskar, those are like our two main bans. Both out.
Lardar
10
Earthshaker,
seconds
or is that
remaining.
Slardar's out as well? For Mallorini, I do think
5
Earthshaker,
seconds
but I
remaining.
don't know how good of a hero it is in general.
Is Earth Spirit decent
Yeah, could be.
as Ember?
I'm not sure.
Malrine, Earth Spirit, like,
Oh, they go for DK.
They go for
of course,
DK
of course.
Zero.
That's a good one too.
I feel like last draft they were experimenting a bit. Now they're like, let's just do what we know.
Yeah, it's Snake King CM. So I mean, which is what we expected.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense. Like this is a April Falcons draft.
Yeah.
To be honest, like this is exactly what you would expect them to pick in any tournament.
And the CM has purpose against Ember. I think it's quite good. I think, honestly, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I quite like the Crystal Maiden draft.
Yeah. Looks really good. Also carry to carry matchup. We already mentioned it a couple of times. It's just really bad for the Burb. And nothing to say in this one. He's playing in a good amount of stuns as well. Amar on his signature Mars, which is very good against
10
both of the
seconds
supports
remaining.
as well. I want to see which facet he's going to be playing. I
5
assume you're
seconds
playing against
remaining.
Ringmaster, so you want to be getting the Bloodsport facet.
No, it's still 40 seconds, but I'll check anyway. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
she has a timer.
Did
I do.
Cheever
I mean,
just
I'm
cook
not gonna
the
put
production?
something in the oven without a timer, guys. That's a lot.
Either just 1v1 the production and probably
She
won
did, yeah. 1v10 actually.
Where did I put the
Kendrick
glove?
situation.
solo. Glove is right there.
Thank you.
Good, that's good management. Good assist there.
It's not done.
Supporting.
Yeah, that's good.
Production L.
I mean, I agree with you guys for sure. I think this is a classic Falcons draft. I think they have like winning lanes, winning matchups in the game. I feel like Extreme has got to snowball off of some good moves in the laning stage, something like that. If they want to win the game, I mean, I think a Kez lineup can always snowball. Like that hero, even against Ursa, can look really good if he's just in kills.
I mean, I feel like I saw again XG versus Navi. There was a similar draft position in my mind where like they had conditions to win the game where they bring more heroes to fights. They're bringing more numbers to try to like outnumber the enemy team's draft and like create these situations that aren't part of like the normal script and win the game that way. So
Yeah.
it's possible, and they have proven that they can do it.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. Oh, there you are. We're going to head to game number 2. I think a lot of us are hoping for a third game to the series, but Falcon's going to step up and make this Crystal Maiden work. Let's first hear some PUBG Pandas.
and it's a bit. It feels a bit more.
True, actually.
Did not
Well,
want
he's
to
Tsunami
not.
was a
He's not.
crazy thing with us
I'm
yesterday.
trying. You guys are like, I know the answer.
We
Like,
love you, Shiver.
Tsunami, you would never do that to us, right?
no, I would not. Also, but I also wouldn't know as many answers as he does. So, you know, I get to be part of the team where the hive mind can
Because
work
he's a
for me.
diva. They feed him the answers in advance.
I think so.
I
I
believe
genuinely
so.
think so. It's like before they even started playing, he was like, you could see in his face, he was like, I know this.
It's that-
But I will also say he does know these things.
I don't think so. I actually think
no.
production was giving it to
Somebody
him.
with a beard like that is a diva.
Crystal Maiden.
That's a diva. For sure. How does a beard get so pampered without the help of other
True,
people?
true.
And that's demands that he's
Fact,
making to people.
fact.
Lucas, can you put that one on some baking paper?
Good luck peeling that off. Good luck.
We need 2 of those, right?
Okay, let me move that. You can put it here.
Yeah, we needed another
Uh-oh.
one.
Well, that's
Yeah,
trash.
do a 5-second one.
So
Oh
wait,
my god.
We'll
which
never
hero
know.
didn't load in? Whose fault is it?
I think it was the Ringmaster.
Yeah,
The
it was
Ringmaster?
X-Nova.
Yeah, no,
So
but
X-Nova?
it wasn't even it wasn't X Nova's fault.
Right
His hero literally just was not in the game.
That's,
never
that's
seen him
position
before.
5's fault.
Like he just said, I'm missing.
I missed because he
I'm
was
missing.
He was
Yeah.
not in the. There was no Ringmaster.
Face the night. Face the black. Face the night.
Prepare for battle.
Face the
No.
I'm not.
It's always
I think it's always a pause 5
More like the
griefing.
heckin' pause 5, am I right?
They're always
casters
griefing.
Have started.
We've started the game now.
Okay,
the game has started. We've started it.
it.
Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, apologies about that. Bit of a delay, but we've fixed it. We've started it. We're ready to go. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Extreme versus Falcons. Long story short, after that game 1, Falcons, they've definitely gone back to the basics here with this draft, and it's good basics, Quinn.
It is. It's for comfort from 2 master, 3 master tiers, and 2 grandmasters. You couldn't get more comfort than that.
Let's see what XG can do against it. You know, once again, XG sticking with some of the similarities that they had in game 1, understandably so, after that fantastic game from XXS on his
30
Primal
seconds to
and from Arme on his Kez. They stick with those. See how it works out here, because without a doubt, they should definitely be tested a little bit more than they were in game 1, where their draft and strategy just completely destroyed what Falcons tried to bring.
Yeah, this mid lane last game was supposed to be a hard matchup, but nothing to say did pretty well. This lane is also supposed to be hard, so I'm curious to see how he does playing against Malraine's DK, a hero that he is very well known for, extremely confident on.
Here with the dead shot. I mean, that's Amar dead. That's going to be first blood going the way of XG.
Nova says, I was missing last game, but I'm here this time. That's
The red
a kill
mist
for me.
closes in.
Dia and Lane, Amar. I'll have a little more gold than you.
Very nice setup there between them. A lot of burst damage to threaten very early on. Now, I guess the question is, last time round, we saw Arme have a very time in the lane, had to back up the support sustained from a Warlock. This time it'll be him alongside the Ringmaster. How does sort of the dynamic change? Like, is this going to be a little bit easy of a lane, or is it still pretty darn strong from XG? What would you say?
It should still be pretty easy.
Yep.
Kez sounds pretty good against Tusk to me. If he ever presses tag team, you could just jump away with the whatever it's called, grappling claw or something.
Grappling claw, yeah, correct.
Yeah. So it sounds pretty chill to me. Right off the bat, Malmarine already doing much better in this lane. This lane is just hard because DK does so much more damage than you, and he can just spam these breathe fires and just deny creeps. You can already see Malmarine with 5 denies. That is not a normally number on these early waves, and it only gets harder. The right clicks come in, as the passive points come in, that minus armor, and you beat the crap out of them.
For the Ember, did the patch sort of change anything in terms of what we expect from a build-up on an Ember Spirit optimization, or is it pretty much the same Ember from last patch in the way you want to play it?
I think the only thing it changed is you probably take the damage 15 talent, the Flame Guard DPS.
Sure. Okay.
Whereas before it was a choice depending on the game. Now you probably just only take the Flame Guard DPS. But other than that, same hero.
Of course, last time round, one of the major parts of Nothing to Say being able to come out the lane equal was the fact they did bring quite a bit of early focus towards the mid. Do you sort of see them doing that again this game, XG, or is it a bit trickier trying to do that into a DK?
It's a bit trickier, and I also don't think they're going to have the freedom to do so. Look at top lane, the Ursa coming out significantly ahead, and if Mortha's tied to the lane, if you're forced to stay here and help your Primal, or he's going to get nothing in the lane, that means no ganks coming to this mid lane. I'll know what happens when DK gets 6 to a dragon, and he's on your tower relentlessly until it falls. XG Sports, we'll see if they're able to actually pry themselves away from these slightly harder lanes and do something in the mid. Now top lane is definitely not a walk in the park. Being doubled up on CS by this bear that we have seen have a lot of success this tournament so far.
Yeah, this hero just... I feel like this hero really feels like a carry pick, right? It just, in so many situations, this hero has the answers, and without a doubt, has that sort of much better chance of having a matchup right against the Kez. It's completely different to what we saw last game right from Skeeter on the Tiny, where he could do nothing once this Kez is on top of him. This time round, he could stand his ground and threaten the Kez. You know, if they're similar net worth, likely much more than the Kez can threaten him.
Definitely. I think, if any, maybe a bit surprising they picked Kez into the Ursa. Probably, well, how it seemed yesterday, like Ursa's pretty good against the Kez. Also with this Disperser change, gives you a really nice item, but more kiting ability on the Earth, because you can just buy that. You don't have to buy this Nullifier, this awkward item on him. Disperser feels so much better, but still gives you that counter to the Ghost Hunters. Honestly, a really big deal for this hero, and probably the biggest reason why he's stronger now, even bigger than the Shard change.
Courier just got killed.
Mid lane. He continues to be there. It's about, what, 20 to 9 against the 14 and 6. Bottom lane. Nova is going to try and chase it down. Very low. He's just got a Fairy Fire to rely on if X-Nova does manage to get the setup onto him.
Dire's middle tower
The
isn't
whip.
going to last
Put
long.
the Fairy Fire to be careful. Snowball comes in.
I'm surprised he didn't dagger him earlier.
And yeah, he's going to get the chance to walk off.
That was such strange spellcasting. If he daggered him earlier,
Or from the high ground. Or...
yeah, before whipping him, and just hit him a couple more times, I feel like he died. It's very weird. Yeah, just missed this hero, but it felt like he could have killed him. Like, kills him anyway.
He does. Well, does he?
Does he?
Snowball's there to dodge the whip.
He does.
Okay, there we go. He'll get the job done at the end of the day. Thanks, Nova. Takes down.
Kills a kill, and Ame doing maybe even better than he did last time.
He's having a great time in the 1v1 that was sort of, you know, obviously occurring because of this whole sort of support distraction to the side. He's more than happy to just trade CS here with Amar.
Kez It also should be pretty good against Mars. You ever get Arena and you can press the spinny spell? Falcon Dance, is that what it's called?
The Raptor Dance. Yeah.
Raptor Dance, yeah. And a hero that does well against Mars in lane is a good hero against Mars generally. If that hero gets off to a bad start, can have damage issues. Oh shoot, the gang.
That's going to work out.
Oh my goodness.
Can't get out of the combo. They've completely controlled and a consistent damage just laid down on towards him. That's big to sort of make that move happen with just the one support coming in towards the mid. So it's not going to be an easy game to do that, but I guess now that they're in a state of the game where XXS can start cutting the creep waves, it does give freedom for FY to make these moves.
Yeah, they waited till the 5-minute mark. Primal can go cut the waves. Really does it to tier 3 and gives FY enough freedom to come mid. That's a huge kill. And we've seen this matchup sort of shift a little bit.
In the river. Look at them. Another catch here. Crit goes down. FY making some nice moves here around the mid lane and ensuring that Nothing to Say start to get again that little bit of a boost that he did get out at the laning stage last time as well, thanks to these support play.
Kind of getting outplayed in this early game. When can you really remember that happening on a consistent basis? Such an incredible early game team is not often. This new Ember build really has shifted this matchup somewhat. Buying this Vessel Rush and maxing these chains gives you way more kill threat in the DK early game. It seems like he's not had as easy of a time actually pressuring the tower as we've seen in the past, and now Nothing to Say cutting the wave as well. Seems like his tower's going to be chilling.
Look at this play down bottom. Arme is going to be able to dodge the spear, and he has backup because Xnova and FY have turned up for the brawl. Further TPs will be coming in from Falcons. Next, you have to be a little bit careful. Can they win this fight for the Wisdom? FY lights up the side. It's actually connects onto both of them. Dude, no, first Xnova with the change. That's a mark on. Crit dead as well. And with the Raptor Dance success, they've got to run. Is falling. Snakey's going to get chased out. This is disastrous for Falcons. Triple kill for Nothing to Say. They didn't stick around for the... did theirs have a visual glitch? Or was the Wisdom's... No,
Wisdom was taken.
It was taken. That was just a visual glitch towards the end. Right?
Who got it?
No, I think they didn't.
What?
Are we blind? I think they didn't stick around to get the...
Wait, is it still there?
I think it's still there. They didn't.
What?
They just... They were like, well, we took the fight. Well, no one picked it up,
Wait,
right?
they forgot. Wait, but I think Falcons think they took it too. Wait,
Nobody took it.
wait, why does it look like it's... What is it?
Well, this is before 7 minutes.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think anyone took it at the end of the fight.
If Falcons think it's taken, we've never seen this before.
Well, you're saying Falcons... There's no... Yes, no way Falcons are going to go back over, but we'll see at the end. Now, who on XG should have stuck around for him?
I mean, anyone could just remember, but they all forgot.
Nobody took it. That was just... It was like a bit of... don't want to go too hard on the Falcons, you know. XG's like, well, we just got a massive team fight. We'll let you have that, Wisdom, but they just didn't take it. Okay, well, there's still great moves from XG. Back in action, you know, Arme did go down, but yeah, okay, Wisdom's still there.
This might be the first pro game ever where the Wisdom doesn't get taken.
After so much was put into that fight around the Wisdom, and everyone's like, we're going to fight for this, but the fight was so chaotic, they both forgot what they were fighting for. Anyway, back in action, Nothing to Say. Let's get caught. He's got one remnant, but that will not get him away. Oh, my big Echo Slash from Arme. So they'll lose Nothing to Say, but Arme is able to find the kill and return. Takes down Amar. Xnova probably going to get caught out here. Was trying to come in from a bit awkward angle. Falcons just back up, clean him up as well. But will someone check that Wisdom?
I don't know if they will. Why would they go back to those two camps right now? It might actually go all the way.
And if it reaches 14 right, it's just wasted.
Yes, it just...
Yeah.
That would be
the first... It's got to be one of the first pro games where it gets wasted. Right?
I think it might be the first one. Like the later ones, sure. But the first one?
That's the important one.
That's the one that, yeah, that one matters the most. That one's actually important.
Tower could use some help. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Falcons are setting up, as it seems, to maybe go for this dive. Skeeter wants to get involved. He's in. He's going to look to try and go for Arme. Backup's coming in though. Arme he's able to get the ramp to dance off because they've got to start backing off now.
This is not good for
They've got to
them.
run.
Okay, he just missed chains, so nothing to say. So
Okay.
looks like Chris is going to live because of that.
He's still got another remnant to pull out, though. He can still close in. Chains are going to be back up in a couple of seconds. XXS is going to be able to get the ramp off. Then Paul and Mar, they're going to be able to take this down. Are they going to maybe someone goes over to Wisdom?
Oh, shoot. Maybe you're
They
right.
might still get it. But again, there's no real reason for them to go that direction, so probably won't. But
Man, XG's playing amazing. They have had great rotations. XXS, the big winner in all of that fighting that happened bottom earlier, gets a ton of XP, catches up after a really rough laning phase. Skitter now below his DK and below 2 of the cores of XG after being giga top net worth before.
here we go, though.
I think XXS is fine. Oh, there's a DK there. He's not fine. He's very not fine. I didn't see that.
The Dragon Knight. The question is, can Maori get out?
Ame is kind of alone here.
That's true, and they've not got too many TPs to throw into this play, so they can't punish Falcons for that one. Falcons finding a chance. There we go. As you can see the comms there definitely mentioning that, like, guys, the shrine's still there. It's still there. Picks up 11 minutes in. 4 minutes after a very bloody fight was fought for it. And XG decided that they didn't care. They just left it.
They'll take it.
Goes to, maybe sometimes in these games, these important games as well, that both teams are just so locked in that you kind of miss the little things that aren't that little.
A little too locked in. So they might need to lock out. Looks like they're going to be tier 1 trait. Maybe Falcons will try to defend. But I don't know if that's wise by them. This Ember is super strong in the skirmishes right now. DK is going for that armlet build. If you buy a Blink this game, Mars is buying Blink. Husk is buying Blink. It's too many Blinks. You're not going to have enough damage, enough follow-up, or team fight against really good team fighting supports. XG, Muerta, and Ringmaster. These heroes are very powerful in these early game fights.
Yeah, huge just sort of AoE presence right in these team fights.
Yeah, it's a lot of just
very
crap.
difficult to fight into. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff on the ground.
So DK going for the armlet, but it's armlet against Vessel. It's an Ember that's super down to go fight. And Malrine is going to have to take a step back, play more of the carry role from the mid lane, but it means Skitter's farming, Malrine farming. No blink yet on him, so he's farming too. So XG is open for them if they want to make plays right now.
Bit of peace and quiet after the chaos of the first minutes or so. So who's going to start things first? XXS feeling pretty safe up here and push the lane in pretty nicely.
NTS and Xnova playing in a little pair here. They do have a smoke. They can't burst the Ursa. He still has the Enrage.
Oh no,
so
not
they
the tier 2s.
force TPs, but actually straight up killing him, we're not going to happen. Snaking and Amar are doing a cute little wraparound smoke. So that's the charge down.
Right up. And they should have the damage on the freezing field. Make sure they can kill him. XXS won't be able to stop it, but he won't be able to live.
Nice gank. They found a little opening, right? They know that Ursa and DK, these are not getting involved, period. And so Amar says somebody's got to keep the ball rolling, and they do a really smart move through the gate. A mixture of comms, of reading the game. There's a lot that goes into that play, but it's a big one. And these kills add up, slowing down the blink of XXS, and Amar off that kill. He's going to have it.
What do you say about this, Kez? Ame is getting pretty out of control. Super fast battle during timing, as we saw. Again, fighting for the wisdom. This time, I'd imagine XG will stick around and claim it. Yeah, they'll take that.
They do remember.
Remember to grab it after winning the play to try and secure it this time.
They've completed their goldfish cosplay, so
There we go.
memory is back intact. Yeah, it just feels like Falcons, they definitely have a better draft this game than last game, but they've just got so outplayed in the early game that it's showing some overlaps between the DK and the Ursa. We saw it yesterday from the Spirit draft. They have a lot of similarities. The single target, physical damage, slower heroes.
Taking.
Fair?
Careful, that dangerous Kez that you're trying to go for there, sir. And now with the Remnant, they might just be able to look for more. Dragon Tail will come out to hold back Arme. All right, he's got a lot of backup. Skeeter's going to start to try and go to work on towards the Ember Spirit. He's got to run now. Using the Enrage, and they're still able to close it onto him after. Skeeter's in trouble. This is a dead Ursa.
My goodness.
And, you know, it's just, you can't poke the bird. Because he'll try to poke you back much harder. This is a dangerous Kez. Top farm by quite a mile here. Well into the Manta on towards his next item pickup. They just can't go for those sort of plays. That's hard to sort of see how that would work out.
And Kez, not Kez. And Falcons, too many birds. Falcons just look shaky.
They're going to try and make the play mid. Putting a lot in onto XXS, but XXS does have back.
It's not even close.
It just feels a little bit off.
They do.
When that was...
Even the way Skitter dies up, he just sort of runs in and just tries to kill. We can't kill
all
him.
of these birds.
That's this game. I'm being swarmed, but like flocked. I don't think that's a verb. Anyway, it's the Falcons. They're just not on their A game. I don't know if it's the patch. I don't know if it's post TI win kind of shakiness. What it is that's causing this lack of motivation, who knows? But this is not the Falcons we're used to seeing. Just missed execution all over the place.
Is Skeeter going to be ready for? I don't think he is.
Has the Enrage, but they can keep chasing him.
Yeah, and they can keep killing him. TP's coming in. Maybe they can save him. Ooh, doesn't matter. Nothing to say still dies. But at XG, they've got Arm ready to dive in, ensure that they get the 2 kills themselves. Arme, honestly, he might be able to kill more here. See Crit and Snaking trying towards him. Freezing Field's attempted. They do burst him though. Mark clutch with the spear and the rebuke to take the Kez down.
Bit of a bit more they can chew, and FY is going to die here as well, unless he...
Oh, that's silence.
Holy crap.
Perfect silence there. Catching the 3 of them meant that they had nowhere to stop it. I think they had a few spells still on cooldown, but there might have been something. Even if there were, they all get silenced.
Man, FY is really coming into his own. That right there is Falcons, or that XG. It's hard to tell.
There's birds sort of on both sides, whereas the heroes or the team. Falcons, they needed that. That was starting to get a little bit risky underneath the tower. Sure, it's still not great for Skeeter. He does again, and that gap between him and Arme continues to grow. But at least this time, Falcons, they get some kills in return, and they might be able to turn into a little bit more here, looking for X-Nova. Say that, though, they don't have the damage between these two to threaten him, and they might have, you know, as quickly as they make that good sort of play top, it still results in not a great move afterwards. Amar getting caught very far out on the lane, trying to go for a support that they don't get to killing, and elsewhere, he's able to start making kind of solo moves. Here's the vein.
My goodness, they're all over the place. The aggression from XG, this is peak form XG. They are absolutely in the zone today. They came to play. They want that revenge. They want to say, you've got Aegis. We can still take you down.
Absolutely. This is going to be quite a mountain for Skeeter to climb to catch up to Arme this game. Arme just so far ahead here on the Kez. He is absolutely in his element today with this hero.
What better hero to beat the birds with the bird, too.
Yep.
Most avian series of Dota I've ever seen. Almost the entire Manta finished. He is gigantic.
Gonna try and fight again at Falcon. Not easy to do around this mid area. Tier 1 is up, so XG, they can bring back up in and fight back, and they're already going to start preparing themselves for XG. They know that Falcons are going to try for this sort of move. XG have the high ground. But the side of his dodge there, they just turn and collapse immediately onto Malreed. He's dead at the start of the fight. And now, with the control, they can set up for more. Now get snaking. These moves from Falcons just are not working out, Quinn.
That one was just forced, if I'm being honest. Even if he doesn't get the slight dodge there, NTS is going to die, and they're going to lose more. Sorry, Mallory's going to die, and they're going to lose more anyway. The team fight is just not there from Falcons. Their heroes need to be ahead. It's triple blink. If Skitter gonna buy one at some point, it's quadruple blink heroes. It's all about the jump. It's all about bursting heroes. If you run into the belly of the beast, XG's Ancients, where they're all standing there, you can see on the map they're all there. They can TP even if they aren't. There's just no way that's gonna go well. It feels a really forced move from Falcons, and they just continue to look a little bit off.
They've definitely struggled in a few of these games here.
Not much good.
And now at this point, down one game in this best of 3 against XG in the lower bracket. They've got to be able to pick themselves back up. Otherwise, this is it's going to be the end of the road for them here at DreamLeague. With the form that XG's been showing, you know, they do not show many signs of slipping up. Arme coming in with top play here today. Both games on the Kez looking pretty untouchable and impossible, it seems, for Skeeter kind of keep up to. Now, both games just having to play from behind in this carry matchup on a much better hero potentially, but when you're sort of like nearly a full item behind, matchup don't feel so hot.
It does not. Gonna get another kill on Amar, most likely.
Sabalu's gonna go for the TP out. They've got anything to stop it. They do. Slight chips in place. Amar dead again. One of the rougher scores I feel like we've seen him have in an early game, right? 2-7-3. This is not kind of the Amar that we used to.
Really not. Almost cosplaying Tomato at this point. As actually continuing to control the map, push these lanes in. Is doing a good job farming in the meantime, trying to get to or those key items. Skitter working on the BKB. Mallory is the Mask of Madness, and now is going to work on that BKB. It's still going to be a long while.
Yeah, it is. Because, yeah, it should say, well, just up until that point, he can die very easily. Taking. It's likely going down. FY having a fantastic time this game on the Muerta. To see as well from XG when they go for kind of this sort of support duo, very sort of high execution level, right? When you have a Ringmaster and Muerta as your support combo, they need to be landing the spells for it to work out, and they absolutely have. Barely missing a skill shot these games, these two, X-Over and FY. Top support play.
I've been really impressed at how FY is acclimated to the lineup. Came out of sort of pseudo-retirement to join this team. Did not look very good at the beginning of their gameplay, but he stepped up in a major way, and in this series in particular has looked like a tier 1 player.
Yeah, no, you can feel it. These sort of item timings fantastic from the two of them. These supports very rich. He's halfway, well, actually 3/4 way towards having the goal to get this full Aghanims on Muerta. Tough one here for Falcons to turn around. And as I say, this is the game, the loss that will knock them out.
Dire's top tower is under
They aren't able to pull it back here against XG.
By January, if that's the case.
Yep, absolutely. If you get as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, for these teams, winning this series will get you into, was it, the top 6. So therefore, you will get those invites to the upcoming PT tournament. But a lot there means that you'll have to take the long road through both of those qualifiers. Situation that Falcons have not been very used to, right? Not normally a team that has to do that, Quinn.
No, also not a team that expects to have to do that. Can take a real hit on your confidence, I think. Very frustrating. Causes a lot of tensions whenever these things happen. A lot of rough discussions, and they continue to just get run over by XG.
Well, the TP might work out this. Yeah, no further way to cancel that. And still, they're down on this bottom lane. Falcons, they still have people down here. Gonna try and make the play here, but the Pierce the Veil comes out, and I don't know if they should have stuck around and make that play here, Quinn.
They're both dead.
Skeeter and Crit tried to go for an incredibly ambitious move onto the FY support.
Why?
They're both dead. If this keeps happening, which I think it is, if the signs of what we've had so far are anything to go by, I don't see Falcons coming anywhere close to being able to turn this one around, Quinn. They're just not playing at the level that XG's bringing today.
They're not. If I'm being honest, Falcons are the weakest team in this right now. And there's 8 teams left. I can't remember the last time that's looked like the case. Such a consistent team. One of the most consistent teams of all time, really. A roster that has, since creation, been on top. Even if they're not winning tournaments, been in contention to winning them. And now, going
Dire's
through a
bottom tower
very
is under
clear
attack.
run patch.
Yeah, they're getting absolutely destroyed here today. And yeah, you've seen some of these members of XG just being back on top. Very impressive to see. And top, Lamar,
Top tower
get off with the
is under
blink, but Arm was there waiting for him. Yep, T just stay on top. Spin will be there. Puts them back. Deadshot hits though from a distance. FY has that little bit of interrupt and setup. Buys time for nothing to say to wrap around. Kill Lamar off again. XXS ready to start throwing rocks here. Snaking. They'll try and run, but the chains and nothing to say. Swings across. XXS doing some sort of 3-6 takedown on him there.
One swipe across his head to finish the kill. 12k gold lead, 29-9. This is a rout.
This is some impressive stuff from XG, and I've only got to imagine, right, if you're Extreme in this situation, we're going to be able to taste the suffering of Falcons, right? You know how much this hurts for Falcons.
I mean, you know what they did to you. Ame, that was his third time watching the fireworks. He's had more than enough of that.
Yeah, this is a pretty painful payback here from XG.
Definitely more emotions, I think. Like, Dota players oftentimes look pretty calm, pretty chill after games, but I think I can say from experience, when you lose TI finals to somebody, beating them in the future feels way better.
That's why he's ready just to start the move. Goes up to the high ground, puts the pierce to veil, destroys Brit. Falcons, they've got to run, but X, they're coming in for all out. Amar sits the spear on towards the Kez. And Skinner puts the BKB, tries to stand his ground against Arme. The Raptor dance goes off, Arme falling a little bit low, backs off for now. Nothing to say in with the Raptor, dropping the arena, chopped off at the control, makes a good spear, and they kill Kez. The Fox comes in, Arme's very low, but he'll survive. They have a little bit of control with the wolves, but they can't finish Arme off. Maybe this final spell. No, he jumps across, dodges the attempts here from the Mars. Arme will live. Skinner needs to kill this Kez, but the control's there from FY into the dead shot. FY finishes him off. Dragon telling a creep there, Maureen, missing his spell. Arme's back in, with the Raptor dance. Double kill for Arme. Amar, the only one left here on the side of Falcons. Another dead shot from FY. Hits on towards him. Arme's ready to chase him down. They clean the Falcons. Triple kill for Arme. And then in a fight where you would not be given for a moment thinking that this was Falcons' chance at the start. They're getting these kills, but they couldn't quite kill the Kez. And honestly, even more on top of that, they couldn't kill FY. And FY, I lost count of the amount of spells that he was able to hit. Subsequently in that team fight, he is popping off on the Muerta. Falcons, they don't stand a chance.
7-1 and 23. He's almost higher net worth than the Mars. An entire Gleipnir finished. This is the best Muerta performance I've seen in months. I can't believe Falcons didn't win this fight. It looked so good for them.
You got to imagine, right, on the Falcons bombs, they're feeling pretty good. They get this arena, they get the spear, but this save, X-Nova, coming in with that box, keep Arme. And Arme.
My goodness. Even here, he has a chance to run away, but he goes back in. He flashes towards the Mars.
I mean, was that a bit... We did see what... Amar used the Yules on Arme.
Yeah.
Was that necessary? Would they have
so.
killed Arme if they didn't use him?
I think that Yule was a mistake. Holding it for a little bit longer would have been...
And then maybe
he just stunned the... Like,
he did. He stunned 3. Doesn't get FY. Maybe that Dragon Tail hits onto FY.
So close.
They might have killed both of them. Sort of the mistakes continue from Falcons. Like, plays are being missed. Spells are being missed.
Stunning the creep, that's... I mean, it happens sometimes, but this is not a game where it can happen and you get away with it.
XG's ready to go straight back in. Snake King's dead. Falcons. The struggles just continue to build up. And in a moment where that fight, that they could have somehow taken one, they don't. And straight in again, he gets caught.
He's dead.
As soon as he's trying to walk into the fight, FY's already hitting him with these dead shots.
He's everything.
He really does.
He's in the Matrix.
They're coming in with the buybacks here on Skeeter. Wanted to put everything into this fight, Falcons. But I don't know if at this point everything's going to be enough. Triple kill from Skeeter's BKB is about to wear off. day for Extreme Gaming here. They are going to be feeling so good about this win. And Falcons, to say the least, they're not going to be feeling too great, Quinn.
No, that's a Hawk 2-0 if I've ever seen one. As XG they played amazing in this series, in this